All right, guys, here is your key to the practice test. So I'm going to go step by step. So if you have questions and you still don't understand, let me know. All right, first of all, the smart thing to do would be to look at the learning target up here. So we're looking at unit rates. So this is probably about unit rates here. So it takes Sally 3/4 of an hour to wrap 15 gifts. How long is it to wrap one gift? So that's a unit rate. So 3/4 of an hour for 15 gifts, but I want one gift. So that's just dividing. Now that is fraction. So 3/4 divided by 15. You're going to keep, change, and then I'm going to flip that. So that equals 3/60. Now, if you want to think about that, because we're talking about time, 3/60, that's just going to be 3 minutes. Okay? All right, next one. The Rock and Roll Hall of the Marathon, they complete 26.2 miles in 5 hours. So 26.2 miles in 5 hours, but I want 1 hour. So I'm going to divide 26.5 divided by 5 comes out to be 5.3 miles per hour. Okay. Okay, I just divided. Remember, that's a division line. All right, number 3. All right, so which Oreo pack is the best? If you notice, first of all, I gave you a hint here, so that should give you a hint that you need to use this. So this, I'm going to figure out which one is better. This is the family size, and these are snack packs. So this is in pounds, and this is in ounces. So I can't compare them until they're the same thing. So I want to change them all into ounces. So if I look at here, 1 pound and 3.1 ounces. So 1 pound is 16 ounces plus the 3.1. That means that's got to be 19.1 ounces. All right, so if I want to figure out how much this one costs per ounce, I'm going to take my money, my price, divided by the ounces. So if I divide that by the ounces, that comes up to be about 18 cents. We're going to round to the nearest penny. This one over here, these are snack packs. So if you look at it, you can't really see this, so I made it larger for you. I get 6 double stuffed packages and 6 regular packages. So I got to figure out how many total ounces this is first. So I got to multiply this. So 6 times 1.5, that's going to give me 9 ounces. And then this 6 packages for 2.4 ounces, if I multiply that, that gives me 14.4 ounces. So altogether, this is 23.4 ounces. That's 23.4 ounces altogether. So I need to the money divided by my ounces. So when I divide that together, it comes out to be 19 cents rounded. Okay. So which one is the better deal? Well, because this one is cheaper, the family pack. The family pack is cheaper, is 18 cents, which is cheaper. So that is the better deal. Okay. All right. Now it has another question. So we're going to go on sale here. So it says the snack packs were these, are going to go on sale for $3.79, and then the family pack is going to go on sale for $3. That's that one. So be careful, you know which one is which. So I got to figure out if it changes my option up here of which one's the better deal. So I'm going to stick with the family pack. I'm going to go here. So I already know my ounces. I just need to change my price. So the family pack now is $3. And it's the same 19.1 ounces. So when I divide that up, that comes up to be 0.57. So that's 16 cents. Okay. But then the snack packs here, again, the ounces stays the same, but now it's on sale for $3.79. And so my ounces stays the same. So when I divide that out, grab my calculator, that comes up to be 0.162. So that's 16 cents. So really, they are the exact same cost. So it doesn't really matter. So when you talk about like which one you would want, you kind of want to think about convenience. Do you want the convenience packs, snack packs to put in your lunch or something like that? Okay. All right. All All right, let's look at the next one. All right, so this one again, the top part, we're going to look at the learning target. So we're looking at proportional relationships. So remember, proportional relationships, it has to start on the line. It has to be linear, so that means it has to be a straight line, and it has to start at 0, 0. Okay, and then from a graph, you can see a lot of things. So let's read what it says to start with. The graph shows the cost in C dollars of W pounds of blueberries. Okay, so it says those two things. So let's look at one and see what it says here. So the cost in C, so this is C, so this means that this axis has to represent the cost. And then it says W has to be the pounds. So this is the pounds. So that's important to know. Okay, and it says it's a proportional relationship. Yes, it's a straight line, and yes, it starts at 0, 0. Okay, so let's figure out which one is correct. So you kind of want to look at this part right here, and you have to think, what does this mean? It says 6, 1650. Okay, so if you look, my x value, this is my x-axis. My x-axis represents my pounds, and my y value represents the cost. So this point tells me that 6 pounds will cost me $16.50. Okay, so that's important. All right, so I got to figure out which one of these are true. So it says 1 pound of blueberries costs $2.75. Okay, well, that doesn't, I don't know that. So I got to figure out unit rate here. So let's figure out. So I'm going to put the cost over 6. So I'm going to divide that out. If I divide that out, that comes out to be $2.75. So yes, 1 pound is going to cost $2.75. So that's a true statement. This says $2.75 pounds of blueberries cost $1. No, that's backwards. It's actually 1 pound costs $2.75. So that's wrong. Okay. 5 pounds of blueberries cost $15.50. Well, I know 1 pound costs $2.75. So let's multiply that by 5. I have my calculator. So let's see. So 275 times 5, that equals 1375. So that is not correct. No. 12 pounds costs 33. Okay, so 1 pound again costs 275. I need to multiply by 12. And yes, that is true. That is true. Okay. And the 0.39 is on the graph. So would 3 pounds cost me $9? Well, no, because 3 pounds would cost me less than $9. So 3 times 275. Okay, that would be less than. Okay. All right. So when you have a graph like this, you have to look at all the points. You got to figure out what your axis represents. You have to look at the point, and you're probably going to have to find unit rate. Okay. All right, next one. All right, which one of these graphs represents proportional relationships? So remember, proportional, it's got to be a straight line, it's got to be linear, and it has to start at 0, 0. Okay, so on my graph, my chart, it's really easy. That doesn't start at 0, 0. No, no, yes, that one does. Okay, so I think on your test, it's going to ask you if it's proportional, what the constant rate of change is. So if I look at this, if I go from here to here, from here to here, from here to here, what am I doing every time? I'm multiplying by 15. So the crock is 15. Okay. This one, we didn't talk about this enough very much, and that actually is not going to be on your test. So don't worry about that till next year's math class. All right, G, I'm looking for a straight line. They're all, that's not a straight line. So these two are straight lines, so I need to figure out which one starts at 0, 0. It would be this one, H. That's good. Okay. All right, we talked briefly about writing an equation. If you look here, it's just y equals m times x, and that is your slope or your constant rate of change. So if you just plug it in, y equals, you said this was 15x. Okay, and this one, in order to find a unit rate, I need to find a point. Do you see that point right there? So that is 520. That's 520. So if I find the constant rate, or if I divide that, okay, that would be 4. My slope is 4. So y equals 4x. That's not on your test either. All right, next part. All right, finding ratios. All right, so remember 10% off, you're gonna have to subtract. Shipping, you're gonna have to add it. So you need to turn your percent into a decimal. So turn percent into decimal and multiply. That gives you your percent off or your discount or your shipping rate, which you would add on, okay? All right, so 10% off, so 65 times 0.10, that gives me $6.50 is my discount, and then I need to subtract. So that would be, if I subtract 65 minus the 650, that equals $58.50, okay? 15% off, 65 times 0.15, that gives me 55, that's my discount, is $9.75. Then I subtract, so that's $55.25. So nope, that's still, I don't want to spend. These still are not all both over 55, so I can't buy those games. Ooh, but when it gets 25% off, so 65 times 0.25, that is a discount of $16.25. So yes, when I subtract those two, it gives me $48.75. Yes, that's a good one. I can buy that one. All right, so now all of these are cheaper, but yet I'm going to have to add on my shipping cost, okay? So $47.50 times 0.05, that means my shipping cost is $238. So now I need to add that to the original. That comes out to be $49.88. So yes, I can buy that, yay! $47.50 times 0.15. That is a shipping cost of $7.13. So if I add those two together, that comes up to be $54.63. Yes, I can buy that one. All right, $47.50 times 0.20. My shipping is $9.50. If I add that together, it comes out to be $57. No, I cannot buy that. Okay. All right, those are my discount and like sales tax or shipping rate. All right, the next ones are percent interest. All right, so the next one is an interest problem. So it says you put $2,000 in the bank account with a 4% interest for 18 months. So interest equals my principal times my rate. I have to turn that into a decimal, so 0.04, times my time. Remember, my time has to be in years. So that would be 1.5 years, okay? So multiply that together. That comes out to be 120. So that is my interest. So my interest equals 120, but that's not the question. The question says how much is going to be left in the account. So if I started with $2,000 and then I added my interest of 120, it should be $2,120 in the account. Okay. All right, next one. All right, so you're going to buy 3 bags at either Walmart or Target. Walmart says that they're 30% off, and Target says you buy 2 and you get 1 half off. So let's just figure out. So for Walmart, if I'm going to buy 3 bags, that's 40 times 3. That's $120, but I'm going to get 30% off. So I'm going to change my percent into a decimal and multiply. So that means I get $36 off. So 120 minus my discount of my $36, that's going to cost me $84. And then if I'm going to Target, I'm going to buy 2. They're going to cost $34 a piece. And then my third one is going to be half of that. So that's $17. Okay. So if I add all of that together, that's going to come up to be $85, which is just a little bit more expensive. So Walmart's the cheaper one. Okay. All right, next one, interest problem. You put $1,500 in the bank at 4% for 12 years. How much interest did you make? So I'm just going to fill it in the formula. Interest equals principal times rate, write it as a decimal, times time. Okay, make that up. It's $720. let's go back and read. It says just how much interest did you make? So that's my interest, so I'm finished. All right. Next one. The basketball team had 56 people show up for tryouts last year and 36 this year. So what's the percent decrease? So remember, if I'm looking at percent of change, it is the change or the difference over the original number, okay? All right, so the change from 56 to 36, the difference in those two numbers is 20 over the original. I got to figure out which one was original. So 56 people tried out last year. So that means 56 is my original. So when I divide that, because this means to divide, it comes out to be 0.357. So I want a percent, so move your decimal 2 places, and that is 36%. I want to round to the nearest percent. Okay, next one, I'm going to do the same thing. So tickets cost $55, but last year they were $63. So the difference in those two numbers is 8, and I got to figure out which one was original. Original, let's see, last year it was 63, so that's original. Okay, so if I divide that out, it comes 126, which is 13% change, and that is from last year, so it is a decrease. That's a decrease. Okay. All right, let's see, 14. All right, so for this one, you're going to look at your scale factor here. So if you look at the scale factor, it says enlarge. So I'm going from 1 to 2. So I want to know how much I'm enlarging it. The scale factor there is I'm multiplying by 2. All right. So this is just really small. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to show it to you, but this is how you would do it. So if I look at this one, there's 2 boxes here by 1, 2, 3. So this is a 2 by 3. So that just means I need to multiply everything by 2. So over here, I need to draw a 4 by 6 square. I just don't know if I can do it with my thing. Let's see, 4 by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A 4 by 6 box. Okay. Same thing down here. You need to count them. That's a 1 by 1 by 1. So you just need to come over here and multiply everything by 2. Okay. I can't draw that one. Over here, you're going to reduce it. So I'm going from 3 to 1. So how did I do that? Means I'm dividing by 3 this time. So same thing, you'd count them 1, 2, 3. That's 3 squares. So over here, divide by 3, you would just make it 1. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares. Divided by 3 would then just be 2. And you just keep going. Okay? All right. If you have any questions with this, let me know before you take the test. Have a great day, guys.